After winning the Champions League in the last episode, it is now time to focus our attention on a competition we are yet to win here in America, the US Open Cup. Hello everyone, I'm Dan, hope you're doing well. Welcome to part 28 of Creator Club here on Reesy FC, and as I just mentioned, we do turn our attention to Philadelphia Union in the US Open Cup 4th round today. It's the only trophy we haven't won here in America, so I did make out at the start of the season that the Champions League and the US Open Cup are the priority this year over the MLS all day long. If we can do well in the MLS on the way, I'll be happy if we can pick up another 3 titles in America as well, the Conference, the MLS Cup and the Supporters Shield. But they'll just be bonuses this season. Let me show you exactly what's happened since you was last with us then. There's been quite a fair few games to go through before I tell you about other things that are happening in the save. So since you was last with us then, we went away to Portland. In fact, we've been away in every single game apart from the last game out against Columbus Crew, which was a rearranged fixture because of international duties. It got postponed and bought before the Philadelphia Union game. But so we've been away for 7 games straight, and we only lost 1 game. I think that is pretty good going considering, and we've been without a few players, hence why we switched it up to a 4-2-4. We've been without an attacking midfielder mainly, so we ended up just putting Sadiku up with Carranza, and it worked well. They've both been scoring goals, but we are a little bit too open. As you can see, we have conceded quite a few goals. If we scroll up earlier on in the season, I mean, we wasn't conceding too many goals. There's quite a good few clean sheets in there. Look at that. We had 4 games without conceding a goal. 1 in 7 games was that. Yeah, 1 game in 7 goals. 1 game in 7 out of 7 we only conceded in one of them games. So we are very tight defensively this season, but since going to the 4-2-4 and without a few players, look, we haven't kept a clean sheet for a while. We only played 4-2-4 a couple of times. We did switch it up in games as well, I think in that Nashville game to try and get ourselves back into it, and it kind of backfired on us because I think they scored in the 88th minute or something. Yeah, 88th minute they scored. Callum Elder, an ex-Leicester boy, scored an absolute rocket past us, and it's because we was kind of a bit too gung-ho, if I'm honest. We got a draw in the last 2 games against Columbus Crew and Minnesota, but thankfully for us today, before this 4th round game against Philadelphia Union, we do have a full strength team. The international boys are back, the injured players are back, Rusnak is back. He is available for 60 minutes worth of action today, which is fantastic news for us. So hopefully we can have a good strong run into the end of the season. There's still quite a few MLS games to play. I know we've been focusing on Champions League mainly this year, but I'll show you exactly where we are in the standings at the moment. So we are currently top of the conference with 3 points clear of Seattle Sounders and a game in hand as well on them. Portland Timbers, however, are 5 behind us with a game in hand on us. Supporters Shield wise, we're second, 4 points behind New York Red Bulls. Ultimately, we have 2 games in hand on them. So we're doing well in these competitions. We're doing exactly what the board want us to do. We want to finish in the top 3 in the Supporters Shield, and we want to get to the conference semi-final in the MLS overall, and I don't think we're going to drop out the top 7, are we? If we do, it will be pretty disastrous. Now, the draw has been made already for the latter stages of the US Open Cup, and I don't know whether it's because games have been postponed here and there. It kind of looks that way. So if we beat Philadelphia Union today, we will have a tricky away tie against New York Red Bulls in the 5th round. It could have been a kinder draw for us if I am honest, but if we go, I think the quarterfinal's been drawn as well, and it has. So look at this, it's ridiculous, isn't it, why this has been drawn so early? I mean, there's no fixed fixture, is there? It's just a load of wars in there. So if we beat Philadelphia Union and then we beat New York Red Bulls, we will face Orlando City or North Carolina or Inter Miami. North Carolina, where are they? They're doing very well in the US Cup this year. I mean, they're not even the MLS. They're doing extremely well indeed. But other news as well is transfer news. Now, Max O'Leary, best goalkeeper at the club, probably the best goalkeeper in the MLS, is a wanted man by Premier League and Championship clubs. So we've rejected offers up to $2.5 million, $3 million there as well, with future fees. Was the last one that we rejected from Blackburn. He didn't want to go to any of them clubs, but apparently Tottenham Hotspur are interested in him, and he is very interested in joining Tottenham. Hopefully we can hold on to him for the rest of the season at least. We know we've got McMath. I've given McMath a little run of about 4 or 5 games actually, just so 3 or 4 games I think it was, just so he can get a bit of football this season and just keep him a little bit happy as well, getting first team football. And I'm glad I've done it now with Max O'Leary all of a sudden becoming in demand. There we go. Tottenham also do want him, and we'll have a bit of a fight on our hands to try and keep hold of him if Spurs come in. He's got a lot of years left. He's a great goalkeeper. He's only 26, so you can see why Tottenham do want him. But I think that is all I want to go through with you today. Let's get straight into the action today then. So it is the in-demand O'Leary goal. It's nice to actually announce a full-strength team. There is one more change I need to make. That is Merrin for Saravia. There we go. Much better. O'Leary in goal. Kay, Bessler, Bussey, Brody, Kralak, Pozuelo back in the deep line playmaker role. Saravia, Rusnak back in the number 10. Thomas and Carranza. It's pretty much nearly the team that I went through in yesterday's tactic video, the treble winning tactic video. So happy days. Let's get straight into it then. So the OIs are set up. Oh, here we go. The match must have no more than 5 foreign players. Currently 7. Let me fix this up a little bit. So problem solved. Let's get straight into the game then. I kind of didn't realise that was a thing in the US Open Cup. We're going to ignore that from the assistant manager, and we're going to tell the boys that the media have given them a lot of credit. Go out there and do the job. We're going to tell them we have faith as well, just to give them a little bit of extra motivation. We are underway here against Philadelphia Union, a big game for us. I mean, people don't really care about the cup, but we do this season because we want to go and win it. I want to win every competition here in the United States. And as I said, we are going to be, next season will be the final season. The plan was for this year for it to only be a 3-season save, but next year we want to, of course, see how we get on in the World Club Championship. So it could be quite a short season next year, episodes-wise. Right, Rusnak on the ball now. He pings the ball in. It's saved by Blake. Well, not saved. He come out and claimed it. And surely he's going to look for a long ball here on the counter. We've got a lot of players committed forward, as we do. Kay wins the header. Here's Duncan on the ball now. Can we overturn this ball and hit him on the counter? That would be nice. It's been a pretty dull affair, half an hour into the game. And that's a big mistake from Kay. And I'm not going to pronounce that guy's name. Oh, he's nutmegged Kay as well. He's doing really well there. Diola's ball in. There's a header. What a goal that was. Great build-up play. Fantastic wing play from the winger, funny enough. And it's a headed goal from Matheus Davo. And this is an absolute disastrous first half for us, really. I know it's only 1-0 and there's a long way to go, but look at him. He just kept going back for more. Kay was getting nowhere near that. Lovely little header from Davo. And considering we are prioritising this is not a good start to the game for us at all. I am gonna fire them up a little bit, just try and get into them. It's been poor. Rusnak returning to the team. Okay, he's been out injured, but he's poor today. Thomas is quite poor. Brody's poor on the right there, and he's been superb for us, as I mentioned earlier. And we're going to lay into him a little bit. Show me something else in the second half, boys. Let's have a look at the fitness levels, see if there is anything we can do just to change it up a little bit. I mean, Kay's got himself an injury. We are going to bring him off and put Toya on. And in fact, yeah, we'll only make the one change. I was going to put Toya at right back, but that means we have to bring Powder on as well because of the injury. We'll go with this. They need to be better. We are going to go attacking as well. And hopefully the boys can come out and play a bit better than they did in that half, because that was an appalling first half, if I'm honest. And we didn't have a shot in the highlight either. Here's Pozuelo. Back to Toya now. He's back in the side. He's completely lost his place since getting injured to Brody. And I mean, if Brody plays like he is today, he's not going to keep that for too long. Lovely ball into Davo's in again, and it's going to be 2, and it is. Now, this was not in the script at all. It's not going to be a fairy tale season for us, is it, to win the Champions League and the US Open Cup like we wanted to do? But it was a lovely ball here from, is it Misic? Was it his ball? It was. Lovely ball there. I don't know what Bessler was doing. Davo just runs straight through him, and it is 2-0 to Philadelphia Union. This is not good at all. We are going to encourage the team a bit. I don't want to completely lambast them. And what we're also going to, we haven't got Sadiku on the bench because he was an international player. I could have gone the 4-2-4, but I don't think that's an option now. I mean, Rusnak does need to come off. We are going to bring Brown on. Thomas is having an absolute terrible game. So is Saravia. I'm really surprised, but then Merrim's going to come on as well. I have to make these changes because the players are absolutely shocking today. Give the team talk. I really was confident coming into this, bearing in mind for the first time in about 4 or 5 games, we've got a strong team again. The strongest side, and it's been terrible. Come on, boys. We are going to now just try and make a few changes. We're not seeing any positive tactics highlights for us at all. Merrim and Thomas are on attacking. He's going to have to just be an attacking midfielder on attack. And, I mean, box to box is good enough for me. Toy's going to have to move up. So is Brody. Maybe we've made our 3 changes, haven't we? I was going to say bring Brody off, put Powder on, switch the wing backs around, but we're not going to be able to do that. We're going to go very attacking as well, and we are going to go more direct with a little bit less tempo. I think this is the way we've got to go. We've just got to go for it. Come on, boys. I don't think there's much else I can do, really. It's a bit of a silly mistake not having Sadiku on the bench. I could have just dropped maybe someone like Sareva now. Looking back on it, it's going to be 3-0. It's headed over our keeper. So our players are human, guys. You've just seen us blitzing teams recently, haven't you, in the Champions League and doing really well in the MLS. But they're human. We've actually put a really poor performance in. And, we're going to have to go for the US Open Cup next year as well. I thought it would just be I thought it would be short and sweet next season because of the Club World Championship. You would expect us not to do very well in. Bessler on the ball now, 83 minutes gone. Can we actually get a shot on goal, boys, on a highlight? Thomas, I think, surely that was blocked. I thought he was going to give a goal kick. I was going to say that was a terrible effort, but he was offside anyway. So, it's not good, guys, is it? Not good at all. It's about to be 4-0. Davo's through. I mean, we are on just ridiculous everybody going forward at the minute, so they are going to score goals against us now, but it's 4-0 to Philadelphia Union, and this is an absolute travesty, isn't it? Absolute travesty. And look, Pozuelo and Thomas are on 5.9 ratings. You might as well just take them off. They're doing more harm than good on the pitch, and no one there. You've got to feel for O'Leary. He pulls off a fantastic save, and the winger that I am not going to pronounce was there just for a tap-in. What has happened to our defence? Bussy goes long. Can we pull one back? And it's just thrown straight into the arms of the keeper, which is very, very poor indeed. No one actually attacked that ball. So Bessler heads it down to Brody, who has been very poor today for his standards. Thomas, and Brody's in the box. Can he score? He squares it. No one there. And what is going on, boys? Come on. Lassiter coming forward here for Philadelphia Union. Not 5. Surely not 5. It'll be the heaviest defeat of the season. We have lost 4-0 already this season when we had a depleted side. Brody gets rid of the ball. Brown has the ball now in possession. He's looking for a run for Carranza. He's not going to give it to him. Brown does really well. Can Brown score? He deserves a goal here. It's a good save from Blake. I mean, it's a little too late for players to start going on little wizardry runs like that, isn't it? But, it would have been a lovely goal. Nonetheless, but Bessler on the ball now, looking to ping it back in, and he obviously didn't do a great job of that, did he? Because it is a goal kick all of a sudden. 3 minutes remaining. Look at this, Duncan. It's going to be 5. I mean, I'm being stubborn now and not changing the tactic back, bringing the wing backs back, because what's the point now? Lose 4-0 or lose 9-0 is still a defeat, isn't it? I'd rather just see us try and get one back. And it's cleared away here. Kralak's going to pick the ball up deep, as he does. Is he going to just launch it in there? I mean, he's dwelling on the ball. He does finally launch it, but finds absolutely no one. We had about 4 players there, and he found none of them. He found a defender. Lassiter coming forward now. It's been an absolute joke of a performance from us today. I think a bottle's going to get thrown at the end of this. I don't do it to these lads often, as you know. Thomas coming forward now. Can he play the ball through? He doesn't. He goes for an audacious effort, and to be fair, why not? He might as well. But the way it has gone today, that was never going in, was it? And it's finished 4-0 to Philadelphia Union, and I'm not going to lie, I am quite shocked at that result, and you probably are too. We are going to throw a bottle and say we expect to see them at training, and they look demotivated. I mean, I don't really care. That was shocking, and now this season's target can't be reached. Very poor indeed. Where was we expected to finish? Reach the semi-final. That is not good, guys, is it? Not good at all. Let's have a look where we'll bring you back then. So it will be an MLS game, and it'd probably help if we go back to the league just to see who's around us. I don't know what's a big game now. I really don't. We won't jump ahead. We'll jump ahead quite a little bit, actually. I was going to say not too much, but we might as well get to next season as quickly as possible. So maybe you've seen LA Galaxy a couple of times, haven't you? Seattle Sounders, where are they in the league then? So let's have a look. Seattle Sounders, they're second. That might be a good one to come back to. That should be an interesting game. Seattle Sounders on the 6th of August, and then we'll look to finish up the season as well and then get straight into the playoffs. So guys, I mean, you shouldn't have enjoyed that video because it was a terrible performance, but if you enjoyed watching me lose and get humiliated by Philadelphia Union in the 4th round of the US Open Cup, leave a like on the video. And if you loved it that much and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, because it doesn't happen often on this save, but when it does, you obviously love it if you subscribe on the back of that. So make sure you hit the bell to be notified every time I upload a video as well. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow for the next episode of Creator Club here on Reesy FC. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.